you're going to notice that there are actually 4 timeline tokens on round 5 of the timeline. So how in the world do we decide who goes next? Well, the answer is, first, we look at the round. We conclude round 4, moving on to round 5. Then we look at who acted last. We know the Xeon player acted last, so now it's going to be the Federation's turn. You alternate actions whenever possible. Now, because we've got 2 different timeline tokens for the Federation on there, you use whichever token is on top of the stack. So that's how we know it's going to be action next. So, Federation players, go ahead and take your Gundam 978-2 model, and once again, jump over the gap and land with the space in front of the Zaku line breaker. That's the Zaku with the bazooka on his shoulder, kind of in the super.
Timeline is 2, right?
Let's get rid of the advance of the
Does it go up or back?
It depends on your thing.
It's 2, but does it go this way?
Yes, because that's our round tracker.
All right,
Okay.
everybody got the Gundam in place? I think we do, so we're going to move on to our primary action. Now, you can do primary actions and moves and things in any order you want. You just can't move a little bit primary action.
Essentially, this gives us our initiative.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Another thing during your activation. So, let's go ahead and use the beam saber weapon on the Gundam RX-78-2. So once again, check out the unit card and find the beam saber weapon. And we're going to do the same process that we just followed with the Zaku 2. Where we're going to check timeline plus first. I see some of you moving the Gundam 2 on the timeline tracker right, perfect. Then we're going to check range. Range is 1, so again, we don't need to
I get a reroll though.
side to all that kind of good stuff. And then we can get right to the dice roll.
So I did that, but I get a reroll because I
Roll, I believe it's
hit
2 strength for that one. That's
So
right.
this
All right.
one will be a reroll because it is new type. Okay.
So go ahead and roll the 2 dice from the strength.
Okay, that's mine.
Now keep in mind, there is kind of an ongoing unit ability that the Gundam has, which is a new type instance. That means you get to re-roll 1 miss. So my Gundam players, go ahead and roll your 2 dice. And if you have any misses, go ahead and roll it. Re-roll it again. Has anyone managed to miss all 3 times? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this guy. You know, you're lucky.
So I got 1 hit, right? And then is it
5,
5, 6, 7, 8?
All ones.
Is that how that works, or is it just 1?
So
8. 3 ones on his D10. Yeah. That has never been done in Gundam Assemble in the history of the game yet. That is amazing.
Okay, so
but it's your lucky day.
on level 4 or
Because
higher,
even though you miss everything,
is a hit.
we're still going to let you do 1 damage.
Criticals are rolls that are 9 or 10.
So everyone else who rolled normal hits, do your normal damage. Anyone who didn't roll any hits, go ahead and put 1 damage on the Zaku.
Rolls of 1 are completely missed.
Now there is also a critical hit effect on the Gundam as well.
After an attack roll, you
And
roll
that
1
is
shield to upgrade on
after
this
combat
target.
damage, if you
don't have a
critical
shield
hit, you actually get to add a strength upgrade to the Gundam. That's a little kind of like red triangle with the fist token. If you find it, anybody got a critical hit with their roll?
Nope.
All right, and now with critical hits, it's important to know you only get 1 critical effect per roll.
So is that 1 damage
if
on
you
you?
roll multiple critical hits, you don't get multiple upgrades or anything like that. You just get 1 bonus per roll. So those of you who critical hit, go ahead and put a strength upgrade on your Gundam unit card.
Nope.
What that strength upgrade means is now anytime you attack with the Gundam, you get to roll 1 extra dice for every strength upgrade. So that beam saber can get pretty mean if you keep critical with it over the course of the game. All right, everybody got that figured out? Strength upgrade, everything like that? I think we're along that. All right, so Xeon players, quick, look at the 3 cards above your unit cards. Those are called tactics cards. And one of those tactic cards is called Shattered Formation. Now, some tactics cards have what's called a response. In this case, the response is after combat damage. And if you read that tactics card, it says something to the effect of, if the unit was hit and survived, deal 2 damage back to the attacking unit. So,
that's pretty
all
good.
you Gundam players, go ahead and put 2 damage on the Gundam's unit card as well from the effects of that tactics card. Now, we'll talk about that for a second. Tactics cards, each player can play 1 per activation. You notice the Xeon player just played 1 on the Gundam's activation. So you can, in certain circumstances, play things on your opponent's activation, just like we did here. You will have a tactics card deck of 9 cards in the game. You draw 3 at the beginning of the game, and then when you phase 2 begins, you draw 3 more. So you're going to see at least 6 out of the 9 in the game. And then who knows, maybe in the future there'll be ways to draw more, but for now that's how it is. And so yeah, there you go, tactics cards. So, everyone have the damage of the tactics card in the Gundam unit? You all good there? Alright, great. We're going to move on now to the next activation. So once again, we go back to our timeline track. And on the timeline track, on the right side, the Xeon side, we notice that the Zaku Enforcer is on top. So, Xeon players, your Zaku Enforcers, the dude up to the big energy axe there. You're going to grab your Zaku Enforcer and move it ahead 2 hectares to the high ground. There you go. Since we moved up 1 level of terrain, that costed us 1 extra movement. So we actually did use all 3 hexes of movement in that 2x move.
Okay.
Just moving up 1 level costed that 1 extra. So there you go. Now you should find yourself with a friendly garrison on your left. That's going to be that red icon with the gun and the shield and all that. And then on your right of the Enforcer, you should see a gray neutral objective. We'll talk about both of those in a minute. First, we're going to go ahead and use our primary action. In this case, we are going to use the rescue primary action. It's a very benevolent mind breaker. So we're going to go ahead and rescue that friendly garrison. So go ahead and remove that. Well, first of all, go ahead and move the Zaku Enforcer token on the timeline up to. It costs 2 timeline to use the rescue garrison.
And then acquire
There you
victory
go.
points.
Everybody move the timeline token up too? Alright, so now remove that garrison from the timeline and go ahead and put it in the red area at the bottom of the timeline track for the Xeon player. It's important to track. It's important to track rescue garrisons and destroy garrisons on the other side because those do impact certain abilities sometimes. It's like plus X depending on however many you rescue or defeated. So Xeon players, go ahead and take that red garrison token off of the board and put it on the red area at the bottom of the timeline track.
And then it says that a rescued garrison
Alright,
is 2
and
points.
you rescued a garrison, so give yourself 2 victory points. Alright, on the tokens on the right side of your left, depending on what side of the table you're sitting on, you're going to see those green and gold tokens. They're 1s, 5s, and 10s. Go ahead and grab 2 1s and put it again in that same area that you just put the garrison in. That's a good place to just sort of keep track of your victory points and your garrisons and all that kind of stuff. So you get 2 victory points when you rescue a friendly garrison. There we go. And so we move in our primary action, and now we're going to end our activation. But it's time to talk about that neutral objective. You notice that it's to the right there, you are adjacent to it. If a unit ends its activation on or adjacent to a neutral objective, you flip it to your side. So you're going to find control tokens. Again, in the big pile of tokens there, they're the big red hexagonal ones in case of the Xeon player. They're double-sided, they're blue on one side, they're red on the other side. I know they've got numbers on them, but honestly, just grab any one you want and put that red side up on top of that neutral objective. Now, feel free to move away from that objective later on when it's time for free play.
You don't have to have them there all the time. You just have to end there 3 times.
Contest at the end of one of their activations when they are on or next to it. When you win a contest, it just flips it 1 step. So control to neutral or neutral to control. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to once again.
So I would have to do it twice to do
more left on round 5.
Yep.
Since the Xeon player just acted, now it is time for the gun cannon. We're going to do something really similar, so we're going to move through it a little bit quicker. So go ahead and move your gun cannon ahead 2 hexes up onto the high ground. And we're going to once again use a rescue garrison primary action. So go ahead and remove that blue garrison from the board.
Does this one go on top then?
Yes.
Does gun cannon go on top of Gundam?
So you'll notice
It goes on top.
you now have 2 tokens on that same place. Go ahead and set the gun cannon underneath.
Underneath, okay, that's what I was curious.
To know that,
That
it's
makes
going to
sense.
act second when we get to that round. I'll get that right one these times.
And then I flip.
So we moved our timeline token. Now you can take the garrison token off the board if you haven't already. Put it on your side of the timeline track right down the bottom of the blue side, and give yourself 2 victory points. Yay!
This flips
Good
blue.
job. Only the
So I have one over here, too.
that says, I saw you Xeon player trying to sneak some victory points for yourself. Let's see.
And that should be that. Okay, that makes
All
sense.
right, and we're going to go ahead and end the activation there. Once again, we have ended next to a neutral objective. So go ahead and put the blue control token on Enforcer for the Federation side on that neutral objective right next to the gun.